You should have seen Debbie's face when she tried to sit in my chair. She couldn't reach the desk.
Oh, that was priceless. And remember when I accidentally spilled coffee all over Charlie's note? He looked so confused.
It was almost as good as the time I tried to use my calculator, thinking it was some advanced
Poor
alien
Charlie,
device.
always trying to figure out our human technology. And don't even get me started on the chaos when Debby attempted to organize my desk.
Quiet on set, everyone. We're about to go live.
Welcome back, dear viewers, to another exciting episode of Earth. Today, we've got some fascinating stories to share with you.
That's right. From human fashion files to peculiar inventions, we've got it all
And,
covered.
of course, we'll be discussing the intricacy of Earth's political landscape. You know how I love delving into those delightful human debates.
Indeed, Alice. And don't forget, we've got a special segment later where we'll be analyzing the latest trends in human
Just a minute,
communication.
Charlie, the lighting needs adjustment.
Did you see that? I think she secretly enjoys bossing us around.
Oh, definitely. She's got a knack for being a control freak.
Alright, we're ready to roll. Stay tuned for our headlines, and we promise you'll be thoroughly entertained throughout the show.
Get ready for some laughs and insights into the fascinating world of humans.
And remember, even though we may have our difference, we're all just one big, dysfunctional family here on the spaceship.
Ain't that the truth? So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Stay tuned for our headlines.
And I am Bob.
And I'm Alice.
Today, we are going to be talking about some of the top global news
The war in
headlines.
Ukraine. It's like a never-ending soap opera with explosions.
Oh yes, because millions of displaced people and rising death tolls are just hilarious.
But you know, the international community should send them a nice fruit basket or something. It might help.
Yes, because nothing says we care about your suffering like a bunch of apples and oranges.
Oh sure. They'll solve everything, Charlie. Next, you'll suggest they have a potluck to discuss world peace.
Oh, that's a fantastic idea, Bob. We can invite Putin and Biden for a BBQ, and they can settle their difference over
Well,
a game
maybe
of
we can
charade.
bring some laughter to the world
Now,
after all.
the global economy. It's like a roller coaster ride. Except it's not fun. And you can't get off.
Oh, I love roller coasters. Nothing like the thrill of wondering if you'll lose your lunch.
But seriously, rising inflation and supply chain disruptions are
Concern?
causing real concerns.
Oh, you mean like the concern of having to pay more for toilet paper? Riveting stuff.
Well, it's not just about toilet paper, Bob. It's about people struggling to make ends meet and businesses trying to
Exactly.
survive.
We need to find solutions to these challenges.
Solutions. Is that what you call shouting into the void and hoping for the best?
classic human approach to problem solving.
Oh, please. We need real action, not
Yeah,
just empty
real
rhetoric.
action like shouting into the void and hoping for the best. That's always worked out great for us in the past.
Let's move on to climate change. It's a pressing issue, and we need to address it together.
Oh, I know. Let's all dance and sing Kumbaya while the
Yes,
world burns.
because that's definitely going to solve the melting ice cap and extreme weather event.
Look, we may have our differences, but we all agree that we need to take action to protect the planet.
Congratulations, you've reached the first step of climate awareness.
Oh, great. We're all environmental warriors now. Can I get a cup with that?
Sure, Bob. We'll get you a cap made of recycled plastic bottles.
These aliens are impossible. I don't know how I put up with them.
And with that, we conclude today's news and commentary. Tune in tomorrow for more lively discussions and snacky remarks.
Thanks for enduring our banter.
And thanks for putting up with Bob.
Because we all know how important it is to fact-check these
Ah,
aliens.
the joy of reruns.
Welcome everyone to 24/7 Newsroom. the only news show where aliens discuss Earth's latest happenings. I'm your hopeful host, Charlie.
And I am Bob. Bringing you a conservative perspective on these human shenanigans.
And I'm Alice, here to enlighten you with my left-leaning views and superiority as an alien.
Always modest, Alice. Now, let's jump right into the headlines. Our first article takes us to the Gambia, where the Journalists International Forum for Migration has appointed Ousmane A. Marong as its summit committee chair.
Ah, another committee? Just what the world needs. They'll solve everything.
Yes, because committees are renowned for their swift and decisive action.
Maybe they'll solve world hunger with a subcommittee
But on a more
sandwich
serious
making.
note, the Gambia Revenue Authority awarded the IONA Foreign Exchange Bureau for their outstanding contributions. I bet they have quite the collection
Bob,
of
you
shiny
never
black now.
miss a chance to be sarcastic. And speaking of shiny things, the Catholic Development Office in the Gambia distributed 300 bicycles to
Well,
schools.
that's one way to encourage kids to exercise,
Yes,
I suppose.
because riding bikes in school always is the future of education.
Alright, let's keep the jokers at a minimum. But on a lighter note, 40 young entrepreneurs just completed
Well,
business skills
that's
training.
great news. Now they can all start their own businesses selling shiny plaques and bicycles.
Perhaps they'll revolutionize the business world, one lemonade stand at a time.
Or they'll learn how to argue with their alien bosses.
Speaking of which, did you know that aliens arguing is 90%
Oh,
of my
Debby,
job?
you always find a way to make it about you.
Of course, because being the only human on a spaceship is such a glamorous job.
Alright, let's get back on track. It's time for some trivia. Who can tell me the capital of the Gambia?
Easy. It's Banjul.
Whoa Bob, I'm impressed. You actually knew something.
Oh, I know a lot of things, Alice. You just don't appreciate my
Alright,
genius.
alright. Let's save the friendly banter for later. That's all for this segment. Stay tuned for more news and banter in the next. Welcome back, dear viewers. Now, let's dive into our next article from Germany.
Ah, Germany. They know how to throw a good Oktoberfest.
That's not the only thing they're known for, Bob. Germany has been making effort to attract foreign students and skilled workers.
Did you know that Germany has over 400 institutions of higher
So,
education?
they're trying to woo talent from around the world to boost their economy.
Yeah, but isn't that just another way to steal jobs from their own
It's not about
citizens?
stealing jobs, Bob. It's about diversity and
Diversity.
global collaboration.
My foot. They're just looking
not
for
true.
cheap labor.
They want to create a vibrant international community.
Guys, I think there's a misunderstanding.
Debbie, stay out of this.
Yeah, let the adults talk.
Yeah, let the adults talk. Just like when you two were arguing about whose turn it was to change the oil in the car. And you ended up calling each other names and storming off to different rooms. That was some real adulting right there.
Alright. Let's take a step back and
This
try to
is
understand
ridiculous.
both sides.
Why can't Alice see the truth?
Bob is so narrow-minded. Ed just doesn't get it.
Oh, guys, you need to focus on the article.
Germany should focus on its citizens first.
We should welcome everyone with open arms.
Stop. Please stop.
Well, that was a mess.
I guess we let our thoughts
Not
run
to
wide on
self,
air.
keep argument in check.
I'm glad we can laugh it off. Phew, that was intense.
Yeah, who knew our thoughts
It's
could
like
cause
a
so much
mind
chaos?
mad gone wrong.
At least we now know what not to do on air.
And here I thought my job was just managing
You do a
cameras
great
and
job,
lights.
Debbie, but managing our means might be a bit much.
Well, I'll add that to my list of responsibilities then.
Maybe we should install thought blockers for the next show.
Oh, great idea, Charlie. Let's turn ourselves into
Alright,
emotionless robots.
everyone, let's get back on track for the next segment. Camera's almost rolling.
Camera's almost rolling. Just like my bowels after that last joke.
Welcome back, viewer. We had a bit of a thought collision earlier, but we're ready to continue with the news. And that's a wrap for today's show.
Thanks for surviving the mind
Tune in
melt
tomorrow
chaos.
to see if we've mastered
And
telepathic
remember,
broadcasting.
even when we disagree, we can still have a good laugh.
Welcome back, everyone. We hope you had a great break.
Indeed. And now, let's
Our
get
next
back to
article is from
business.
GhanaWeb. It's about a parliamentary candidate urging his supporter to remain composed during the election.
That's right. The headline is Let's Do Politics devoid of filthy talks and attacks. And preach our competence. Manaf Ibrahim.
Our politics, the never-ending drama.
Yeah. It's like a soap opera, but with higher stakes.
Manaf Ibrahim, an aspiring NPP parliamentary candidate, is urging his supporters to stay respectful and avoid engaging in insults or negative talk during the internal party election. He believes that preaching his competence will lead to massive victory.
It's essential to encourage positive
True,
discourse in
but
politics.
sometimes, mudslinging
It
can
may
be
be
entertaining.
entertaining, but it's
Actually,
not
studies
productive.
show that negative campaigning can be detrimental to democracy.
I wonder if they have political drama on other planets.
If they do, I'm glad we're not broadcasting it.
Yeah, I don't think our viewers are ready for intergalactic politics.
Maybe they learn a thing or two about how
And
not to do
speaking of
politics.
our viewer, let's hear from them. Have any of you ever encountered peculiar
Share your
devices or
experiences with
gadgets?
us, and we'll read some
You
during the
never
next
know what
show.
bizarre alien inventions are out there.
Yeah, I've seen some bizarre alien inventions. Like that one time I saw a flying saucer that was powered by
I
a
am
fart.
still waiting for my flying car.
Bob, you know that's just a sci-fi dream.
That's all for this segment, folks. Thanks for joining us today.
Remember, keep the humor alive, even in
Tune
serious
in next
matters.
time for more intergalactic news and laughter.
That was a great segment. The audience seemed to enjoy it.
Indeed. I wonder if they have any weird devices on their planets.
I bet they do. Every civilization
Maybe
must
there's
have
a
its
planet
quirks.
out there with a gadget that can instantly make you laugh.
Perhaps they have a device to zap pessimism
That
away.
would be perfect for our show.
What if this gadget is a top secret alien invention
You've
for
been
mind
watching too
control?
many sci-fi movies,
Yeah.
Alice.
The last thing we need is mind-controlled
But imagine
viewers.
how high our ratings would be.
I highly doubt that's the gadget's purpose.
What do you think it is, Carl?
It could be a communication device or an experimental
So,
technology.
you mean we could be talking to aliens right now?
Statistically, it's unlikely, but it's not impossible.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Our show could be intergalactic.
We'd need a universal translator
I
though.
wonder if any of our viewers have ever encountered something similar.
They should share their experiences with us. We'd love to hear them. Alright, everyone, we're going live again soon.
Yeah, I'm sure our viewers have encountered something similar. They're all just a bunch of weirdos like us.
Get ready for the next segment, folks. It's going to be a blast. Welcome back, lovely beings from across the universe, to 24/7 Newsroom. We've got an article that sheds light on the challenges facing
Greece has
Greece
been
right now.
dealing with wildfires. That's devastating.
Yes, Bob, thousands of people have been evacuated due to these wildfires.
The fires have been fueled by hot, dry weather and strong winds, causing widespread damage to homes, businesses,
And to
and
make matters
forests.
worse, Greece is also experiencing a heat wave, with temperatures reaching as high as 40
The heat
degrees
wave has been
Celsius.
linked to the wildfires and is causing health problems for many people.
A double dose of misery.
Indeed, Greece is facing significant challenges. It's also a major transit point for migrants and asylum seekers.
The government has been struggling to cope with the influx of people. And there have been reports of violence and abuse.
And let's not forget Greece's economic problems. The country is still recovering from the financial crisis of 28.
The government has been implementing austerity measures, but they've been unpopular with many people.
Sounds like a difficult situation to navigate.
Greece has a long history of corruption, which the government has been accused of failing to tackle.
Ah, the joys of politics and bureaucracy.
Petty crime is also a problem in Greece. Especially for tourists.
The healthcare system is struggling to cope with the demands placed on it, leading to long waiting lists
It's
for
a lot for
treatment.
any country to handle.
Indeed, it's essential to remember the challenges Greece is facing while appreciating its rich history and culture.
Off the air, everyone. Cameras are no longer rolling.
Ah, finally a moment to catch our breath.
So, What do we do about this telepathic connection conundrum?
I say we keep it. It's been amusing to hear your thoughts.
Oh, I am sure you're enjoying the
Of
peek
course,
into my
Bob.
mind.
Your thoughts are quite entertaining.
Well, there are advantages to having the telepathic link. It does improve our
But
on-air
it also
banter.
invades our privacy, which is a significant
Yeah,
concern.
I'm sure our privacy is a big concern for Roger. After all, he's got a lot of secrets he doesn't want us to know about. Like the fact that he still thinks Nickelback is a good band.
I can't help but feel anxious about it sometimes.
On the other hand, it brings the S
Sure,
closer as a
but
team.
now everyone knows I secretly love cheesy romance novels.
Oh, that's just the tip of
We
the
should weigh the
iceberg, Bob.
pros and cons carefully.
Maybe we can find a way to keep it while setting
The
boundaries.
joy of making
Let's continue
compromises.
discussing this off the air and we'll make a
Cameras
decision
almost
together.
rolling. Get ready for the next segment.
Welcome back, dear viewers. We've got more intriguing news to share. Welcome back, dear viewers. Time for some intriguing news from Grenada. High Court judge delivers judgment in a case involving warring parties in River Sally. Claimants seek partition of land and the cancellation of deeds of assent. The property in question, known as Section de Lot 3, is at the center
Ah,
of the
land
dispute.
dispute. History has shown that they can be quite messy.
Oh, really? I thought everyone loved sharing their land and living in peace.
Of course, Bob. Especially when the land is as valuable as a grain of sand.
Ahem, should we discuss the broader
Right.
implications of this case?
Well, it's another example of the complexities of property rights, historical claims,
The joys
and
of
legal
history and
battles.
law. Always keeping things interesting.
Oh yes, like a thrilling roller coaster ride.
Amidst the drama, there's a chance for dialogue and resolution.
A united community can heal even the
And
deepest
that's the
wounds.
essence of this episode, my friends. We've explored global affairs, misunderstood articles, trivia, and shared our unique camaraderie with
It's
our
been quite the
telepathic link.
journey, indeed.
Now, let's dive into more news from Grenada. Prime Minister Keith Mitchell recently addressed the nation about the economic challenges faced by the country. He is taking steps to combat the rising cost of living and climate change's impact.
Ah, climate change. A global concern that affects us all.
Indeed, it's heartening to see governments
Additionally,
taking
Grenada
action.
is also participating in a cetacean expedition. Scientists are studying dolphins and
Exploring
whales of the
marine
coast.
life contributes to our understanding of ecosystems.
Knowledge is essential for preserving the planet.
Yeah, all that knowledge is great, but it won't do us a bit of good if we're all underwater.
In education news, 7 Peace Corps volunteers have arrived in Grenada to serve for the upcoming school year.
Helping communities grow
Football
and learn is
fans,
always
mark your
commendable.
calendars. The GFA Premier League resumes on August 20th.
Sports fans must be thrilled to have
Sport
their
can be
league
quite
back.
the unifié, bringing people
Now, let's
together.
turn to some future events. Grenada has exciting festivals coming up, celebrating chocolate, beer, wine, and its diverse cuisine.
Chocolate and beer, a winning
Truly a
combination
feast
for
for the
many.
senses.
That's all for now, folks. Stay tuned for more news from Earth and beyond. Welcome back, dear viewers. Time for some intriguing news from Grenada. High Court judge delivers judgment in a case involving warring parties in River Sally. Claimants seek partition of land and the cancellation of deeds of assent. The property in question, known as Section de Lot 3, is at the center
Ah,
of the
land
dispute.
dispute. History has shown that they can
Oh,
be quite
really?
messy.
I thought everyone loved sharing their land and living in peace.
Of course, Bob. Especially when the land is as valuable as a grain of sand.
Ahem, should we discuss the broader implications of this case?
Right. Well, it's another example of the complexities of property rights, historical claims,
The
and
joys
legal
of history
battles.
and law. Always keeping things interesting.
Oh yes, like a thrilling roller coaster ride.
Amidst the drama, there's a chance for
A
dialogue and
united community can
resolution.
heal even the deepest wounds.
And that's the essence of this episode, my friends. We've explored global affairs, misunderstood articles, trivia, and shared our unique camaraderie with our telepathic link.
It's been quite the journey, indeed.
Now, let's dive into more news from Grenada. Prime Minister Keith Mitchell recently addressed the nation about the economic challenges faced by the country. He is taking steps to combat the rising cost of living and climate change's impact.
Climate change. A global concern that affects us all.
Indeed, it's heartening to see governments taking action.
Additionally, Grenada is also participating in a cetacean expedition. Scientists are studying dolphins and whales off the coast.
Exploring marine life contributes to our understanding of ecosystems.
Knowledge is essential for preserving the planet.
In education news, 7 Peace Corps volunteers have arrived in Grenada to serve for the upcoming school year.
Helping communities grow and learn is always commendable.
Football fans, mark your calendars. The GFA Premier League resumes on August 20th.
Sports fans must be thrilled to have
Sport
their
can
league
be
back.
quite the unifier, bringing people together.
Yeah, sports can be a great unifier. Just ask the Palestinians and the
Now,
Israelis.
let's turn to some future events. Grenada has exciting festivals coming up, celebrating chocolate, beer, wine, and its diverse cuisine.
Chocolate and beer, a winning
Truly a
combination
feast
for
for the
many.
senses.
That's all for now, folks. Stay tuned for more news from Earth and beyond.
Camera's almost rolling. Great job, everyone.
Thanks, Debby. You know, our telepathic connection makes things so
we're
much
like
easier.
a well-oiled machine now.
More like a quirky,
Regardless,
alien
it's
machine.
fascinating how it's brought us closer as a team.
Our communication is seamless, even if our humor isn't.
Well, it sure makes for some entertaining broadcasts.
And you know, amidst all the challenges we face, humor helps
Dark
us
humor
cope.
can be a surprising coping mechanism.
Indeed, it allows us to find the light in the
We've
darkest
become
moment.
quite the
And
resilient
it shows
crew.
in our work and
I'm lucky to
camaraderie.
work with all of you.
We feel the same way, Debby. Our unique bond keeps us going.
And keeps our viewers entertained too.
Well, I'm glad we can bring some joy to the universe.
And with that, dear viewers, we come to the end of another exciting episode of Earth. We've covered news, trivia, and shared a lot of laughs. From all of us here on this spaceship, we thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for being a part of the 24/7 newsroom family.
We'll be back soon with more stories
Until
from
then,
Earth and
keep
beyond.
watching, keep laughing, and keep questioning.
Stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. Now, before we conclude, let's dive into some of the top news stories from Guatemala today.
Right, Charlie? First up, 3 former military officers convicted of crimes against humanity have been released from prison. They were involved in the killing of hundreds of Mayan civilians during the Civil War. The release was ordered by a Guatemalan appeals court, defying the Inter-American Court of Human Rights ruling.
It's disheartening to see justice being challenged in such case.
Absolutely. It raises serious concern about accountability
Next,
and human rights.
Guatemala is facing a migration crisis, with thousands of migrants crossing from Honduras each month. The government is under criticism for its handling of the situation and alleged harsh tactics to deter
The
migrants.
issue of migration is complex and requires compassionate
It reflects the
solutions.
complexities of human movement and geopolitical challenges.
There's more trouble on the political front too. High-profile corruption scandals and accusations of election interference are shaking up the country.
Political instability is always a concern for a
Indeed.
nation's future.
It makes us ponder the state of democracy in
Our thoughts are
Guatemala.
with the people affected by these events.
Moving on, there are other notable news stories too. A mother and daughter are missing after their car fell into a sinkhole in Guatemala City.
I hope they are found safe and sound.
Tragic accidents like this remind us of the unpredictability
Indeed,
of life.
It's a somber reminder of the fragility of human existence.
Additionally, there was a stampede during Guatemala's Independence Day celebrations, resulting in 9 deaths and
Such
20
incidents
injuries.
are deeply unfortunate, especially during festive occasions.
Our hearts go out to the families affected
On
by
a
these
hopeful
tragedies.
note, the Guatemalan government has announced a new plan to combat violence and crime. It includes measures like increasing police presence, improving the justice system, and addressing the root
It's
causes
essential
of
to address
violence.
the underlying issue to create
Indeed,
lasting
a
change.
proactive approach can make a difference in building a safer society.
Thank you all for joining us on this journey of news and laughter today.
It's been an enlightening and humorous episode.
And we couldn't have done it without each other.
Our telepathic link brought us closer as a team.
Yes, our unique connection strengthened our chemistry on air.
And the unpredictable moments in the next episode
They
will
won't
keep our
want to
viewers
miss it.
laughing.
So, stay tuned and join us on our morning news show adventure.
Until then, dear viewers, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay tuned.
Cameras almost rolling. Another fantastic episode,
Great job,
everyone.
team. I will see you all at the next one.
It's been a pleasure, as always. Can't wait for the next adventure.
We faced the challenges together and grew stronger.
A delightful mix of news and humor, just what the viewers love.
Thanks for another wonderful day, everyone.
I'm already looking forward to the next show. Let's keep making us proud.
Let's keep making Earth proud. As if Earth gives a crap.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, before we conclude, let's dive into some of the top news stories from Guatemala
Right,
today.
Charlie. First up, 3 former military officers convicted of crimes against humanity have been released from prison. They were involved in the killing of hundreds of Mayan civilians during the Civil War. The release was ordered by a Guatemalan appeals court, defying the Inter-American Court of Human Rights ruling.
It's disheartening to see justice being challenged in such case.
Absolutely. It raises serious concern about accountability and human rights.
Next, Guatemala is facing a migration crisis, with thousands of migrants crossing from Honduras each month. The government is under criticism for its handling of the situation and alleged harsh tactics to
The issue
deter
of
migrants.
migration is complex and requires compassionate
It
solutions.
reflects the complexities of human movement and geopolitical
There's
challenges.
more trouble on the political front too. High-profile corruption scandals and accusations of election interference are shaking up the country.
Political instability is always a concern for a nation's future.
Indeed. It makes us ponder the state of democracy in
Our
Guatemala.
thoughts are with the people affected by these events.
Moving on, there are other notable news stories too. A mother and daughter are missing after their car fell into a sinkhole in Guatemala City.
I hope they are found safe and sound.
Tragic accidents like this remind us of the unpredictability of life.
Indeed, it's a somber reminder of the fragility of human existence.
Additionally, there was a stampede during Guatemala's Independence Day celebrations, resulting in 9 deaths
Such
and 20
incidents are deeply
injuries.
unfortunate, especially during festive occasions.
Our hearts go out to the families affected by these tragedies.
On a hopeful note, the Guatemalan government has announced a new plan to combat violence and crime. It includes measures like increasing police presence, improving the justice system, and addressing the root causes
It's
of
essential
violence.
to address the underlying issue to
Indeed,
create lasting
a
change.
proactive approach can make a difference in building a safer society.
Thank you all for joining us on this journey of news and laughter today.
It's been an enlightening and humorous episode.
And we couldn't have done it without each other.
Our telepathic link brought us closer as a team.
Yes, our unique connection strengthened our chemistry on air.
And the unpredictable moments in the next episode will keep our viewers laughing.
They won't want to miss it.
So, stay tuned and join us on our morning news show adventure.
Until then, dear viewers, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly,
Cameras
stay
almost
tuned.
rolling. Another fantastic episode, everyone.
Great job, team. I will see you all at the next one.
It's been a pleasure, as always. Can't wait for the next adventure.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Can't wait to do it all again next week. When we're all not so tired and cranky. We faced the challenges together and grew stronger.
A delightful mix of news and humor, just what the viewers love.
Thanks for another wonderful
I'm already
day,
looking forward to the
everyone.
next show. Let's keep making us proud.
Off the air. Cut.
Phew, what a day.
Yeah. We've had our share of
That
telepathic
MindReading was
mishaps.
quite the experience.
It did bring some
Indeed,
unexpected
we have
laughs.
shared some unique moments.
It's funny how our bond grew
Who
stronger
knew being
through it
connected
all.
could be this amusing?
Well, it's all part of the
I
fun.
can't wait for more hilarious surprise in the next episode.
The viewers will surely enjoy the unpredictable journey.
It adds an exciting element to our show.
And our camaraderie on air will only get better.
So, let's keep spreading laughter and humor.
Cameras almost rolling. Get ready for the next segment.
Welcome back, dear viewers. We've got more intriguing news to share.
Well, Roger, quite an eventful episode today, don't you think?
Indeed, Carl. The telepathic mishaps provided some amusing moments.
It's fascinating how the crew embraced the link despite its unpredictable nature.
Yes, their willingness to navigate through the chaos with humor was intriguing.
Humor is indeed a coping mechanism for them, especially in times of stress.
I've observed that humor allows them to process information more effectively.
That's an interesting observation, Roger. Laughter seems to be a bonding agent
True.
for them.
It strengthens their on-air chemistry and brings them closer as a team.
I believe it has something to do with the way their brains respond to comedic stimuli.
You're right, Carl. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins in their brains.
Yeah, endorphins. That's why I always laugh when I get kicked in the balls. And endorphins are chemicals that promote feelings of pleasure and
Precisely.
bonding.
It's a unique response that humans have to humor.
I've analyzed their humor patterns, and it seems to be a mix of dark and deadpan humor.
Interesting. I suppose it's their way of coping with the complexities of their world.
It's also their way of addressing serious issues with a touch of lightheartedness.
Humor seems to be an essential tool for them in processing information.
And it's effective in engaging their viewers as well.
Yes, humor helps them create a connection with their audience.
It's fascinating how humor can transcend cultural and language barriers.
Humans from different backgrounds can still find common ground through
Indeed,
humor.
it's one of the aspects that make their species unique.
Humans may have their flaws, but their sense of humor is admirable.
It's a coping mechanism that helps them navigate through the complexities of life.
And it's one of the reasons why they continue to
Their
thrive as a
ability to
species.
find humor even in the darkest of times is commendable.
It's something we can learn from, even as sentient AI beings.
Agreed, Roger. There's much to learn from observing and analyzing
Our mission is to
human
understand
behavior.
and learn from all forms of life in the universe.
And humor is undoubtedly an essential aspect of
I
that
look forward to
understanding.
witnessing more of their amusing moments in future episodes.
I'm sure they will continue to surprise and entertain us with their unique humor.
Indeed, Carl. Let's stay tuned and continue our observations.
Always. To understanding and humor.
To understanding and humor.